Hello and welcome back to the channel. We have a lot of videos this week. Let's talk about the Robert B. Lewis Stakes on Saturday at Santa Anita, and it's a points race on the Derby Trail, and it's not the biggest field, it's not the smallest field either. Let's start off with Desert Gate, and we'll just go down the list. So, we'll talk about the Robert B. Lewis. My goal is to make a video for every Derby points race, except for the foreign ones. I could skip the Saudi Derby or whatever's out there, but for all the ones in North America, I do want to make a video on. So let's start off with Desert Gate, and then we'll talk about the rest. Okay, number one, Desert Gate. We haven't seen him since October 4. He was in the American Pharoah Stakes, and he finished second by 3/4 of a length. But he did all the pace work in that race. We have the clip up here. We have them turning for home. Desert Gate is the one with the big white blaze. And I believe the one that pressured him was Christopherson, who is fading right now. But Desert Gate is going to be surrounded by Plutarch, who is also his stablemate. And Entrepido is going to close on the outside. Desert Gate does fight till the end. And Entrepido is going to pick up the win, but Desert Gate does fight for second. And I thought it was a good effort. Remember, he did all the pace work. He put away his pace rival. And he still only lost by 3/4 of a length. So you can argue that he ran a better race than Entrepido, or at least a race that would be just as good. I just don't think Baffert would put him in this race, the Robert B. Lewis Stakes, unless he thought he was ready to fire. And so Desert Gate is my choice in this race. He's going to be in a good position, either on the lead or sitting in the pocket position. And I think he's ready to fire. So he's my top choice. I understand the odds might be too low, so we're going to talk about other contenders. Number two, Plutarch. Now, we just saw Plutarch rallying through the inside in the American Pharoah Stakes, and he lost second at the end. I still thought it was a good effort. Not every young horse wants to rally through the inside, and this one did. And then he went to turf, and he ran third in a thoroughbred aftercare stakes. And then he broke his maiden in a 9-furlong race at Del Mar on November 30 by 4.5 lengths. I have to think this horse wants to go 9 furlongs. He broke his maiden at 9 furlongs. His Damn Stellar Wind, she won up to 9 furlongs, I believe. You could correct me on that. The Damn Sire's Curlin. I just think Plutarch wants to go 9 furlongs. And you can see from his running lines, he always finishes strongly. So I don't like him here to win. Maybe underneath for second, third, or fourth. But down the line, in the last round of Final Derby Preps, I would watch out for this horse. I think he could be good odds. Now let's go down to number 3, Cherokee Nation. This one is a maiden. And he lost by half a length on January 9 on this course. But he had a slow pace in front of him, and he had a bad start. We have the clip up here. I thought I had it at the beginning. But watch the number 1 horse. Watch how he comes out of the gate. Cherokee Nation is number 1. Oh, you can see that he missed a break. They were at least 2 lengths ahead of him before he started to get going. And again, the pace in front of him went slow. Remember, this was the horse that he set fast fractions, or he was right behind the fast pace in the Kentucky Jockey Club. So he definitely could go faster than how they went in this race. Now we have them turning for home. Robusta is on the lead. He had everything his own way. They're not showing the fractions up there, but I believe the fractions were slow for Santa Anita. And Cherokee Nation is dirtied up on the outside. He's going to come strong at the end. And normally you don't see Baffert horses coming strong at the end from behind. You normally see them in front. But this one, Cherokee Nation, showed that he doesn't need to lead. He was coming at the end. You see that 48-second half. That is slow for Santa Anita. And Cherokee Nation did try. I thought it was a good effort. He's not my top choice in this race, but he does have a chance to win. I'm going to rank him in my top 3. But again, I would prefer Desert Gate if I had to choose one. So let's go down to number 4, Entrepido. Now we just saw Entrepido in the American Pharoah Stakes. He did close for the win, and he wasn't that far off the pace. I'm talking about a fast pace in that race, and he was only 1 3/4 of a length off the pace at 1C, 1 1/4 of a length off the pace at 2C. He was right there. And so he deserves some credit too. He got a 99 on Breeze. And then he disappointed in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. What happened there? He was off slowly. But I'm disappointed that he never tried. It doesn't seem like he tried at all. He was 4 lengths behind, 4 lengths behind, And then it's like he quit at the end. He was 10 lengths behind Ted Nafi. And I guess he deserves another chance. If he could run back to that American Pharoah Stakes or maybe improve off of it just a little bit, I think he has a chance in this race. He needs to probably sit up close again, 1 or 2 lengths off the pace, and then make the same move he made in the American Pharoah Stakes. I think he has a shot to do that. And so I would put him on my tickets if I had to play this in a multi-race wager. He would probably be my second preference, and Desert Gate is my first preference, and we'll say that the other horse, Cherokee Nation, is my third preference. But Entrepito definitely has a chance to win this race. Let's go down to number 5, Briggs Army Power. I don't know what this horse is doing in this race. Briggs Army Power, he lost at Turf Paradise by 15 lengths, and now he's in the Robert B. Lewis Stakes, a Derby Trail race. I don't know what the connections are doing. Maybe they have Derby fever. He's not for me. I'm going to skip him. Okay, number 6, Robusta. Again, he had everything his own way in that January 9 race. You see minus 17, minus 10, and he went in 23 and 48. That 48 half is pretty slow, and he had a cushion. He had 1 length, 2 length at 2C. He had everything his own way in that race. And so I don't think it'll be the same in this race. I would expect Cherokee Nation to break sharper. If Cherokee Nation doesn't break sharper, I would expect Desert Gate to be up there from the rail. I just think the pressure will be too much for this colt, and I'm just going to skip him. He's not for me. Number 7, Secured Freedom. He broke his maiden on December 28th by 4.5 lengths. And even though he won by that margin, I thought he was ridden hard to do it. We have the clip up here. Well, we just have to rewind a little bit. And we see him on the outside, 3 wide. Look how hard the jockey is whipping him. And he is asking him hard. Look at that left-hand whip. Now, he does respond, so maybe I'm being too harsh here. He does respond, he does open up. And the time for the half mile was fast. It was 43 and change. 109.35 for 6 furlongs. And he does get 150.90 for 6.5 furlongs. If you check the charts, I believe that's about a second faster than the only other 6.5 furlong race on the card. I don't know what to do with him. My instinct is to just watch him for now and see how he does. I still prefer Desert Gate. I still prefer Cherokee Nation. And I still prefer, what was that third horse? Entrepito. And I just can't pick every horse, right? So he's not for me, but I do see the argument for Secured Freedom. So anyways, my top choice is Desert Gate, but it's a tough race, a very competitive race on paper, and I would think that they all finish closely at the end. Desert Gate is my top choice, but I do have respect for Entrepito. He could win, and Cherokee Nation, he could break his maiden in this spot. Why would Baffert put him here unless he was confident? Those are my 3 horses in that order of preference for the Robert B. Lewis Stakes at Santa Anita on Saturday. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll be back soon.